An update to a story we first brought you on 12 News this morning about a situation in Iola County that prompted a large police response. Iola's chief of police says last night patrol officers from Iola, Allen County, and KHP attempted to make contact with a wanted suspect who was barricaded inside a house. A while later, officers heard a gunshot. Officers evacuated nearby residences and made a request for Kansas Highway Patrol's Special Reaction Team to assist. Officers got a search warrant and KHP entered the house and discovered 22-year-old Chase Bishop dead with a self-inflicted gunshot wound.